Peace to the nigga nation. I ain't know how I was gonna start this. I was gonna sit here for a minute and just look at the camera, uh, and wait for the people to gather. The people are gonna gather. That is. I hope y'all can hear me. Um, all things considered, uh, the title of the video, right? Standing 10 toes down, walk straight. Well, let me put it right. Let me strolling 10 toes down in the midst of the South Park. Now, that's I guess that's kind of why I'm hesitating. There's several topics I could pick up, to play out as an example of that. But really, it's like, well, hell, who are you, Flav, that everybody is so-called being mean to you or being sour-hearted to you? Maybe it's your imagination. Uh, Man, say what you want to say, Flav. Say what you want to say. Okay, this YouTube shit, right? Now I've been earnestly working to build up my platform for over a year. I mean, and just in the name of being a YouTube platform, where as you have the option to utilize monetization privileges by way of Google AdSense. Now I made it, cause it's trial and error to this, from what I understand. You may try something that may seem to moderately work. So they say that you're supposed to try to continue to follow along in that same vein. I tried that, was unsuccessful with it. They also say there are certain ways that you have to present your content on YouTube by way of the picture that's on the picture that's on your link. What they call that? The cover photo of your link, or you need to have a captivating title. I understood that, so I utilized that into my strategy. That I guess that had some moderate success. So then they say, you need to put hashtags. Need to use hashtags. Hashtags will somehow draw viewers to your page. They might do a search for a particular topic, and when they do that search underneath that hashtag, your content will appear. That particular piece of content that you wrote about that particular subject will appear for that person who's doing that search. I throw hashtags in my comments. I guess I really can't measure whether that type of action has produced any results to the good or the bad either. I guess everything is relative. Um, I reached 1,400 subs, and I mean, like, of course, I can't necessarily take the credit of just my personality and my uh, face stature enabled me to get to 1,400. I was able to have the benefit of my mentor at this shit, and I have no shame to say my mentors. Niggas holler about, you nigga, you ride that nigga dick, blah blah blah. I don't get it, man. Y'all can idolize a motherfucking rapper. Y'all want a rapper to be your favorite gangster. Y'all can idolize an athlete. Y'all want that athlete to be the standard of that particular sport that you watch. But You can do that for them people. You can hold them people's nuts up. You can hold up an organization, whether it be a fraternity or a sorority or Mason, what they call it, Masonic organization. Hmm. So I've tried these things to make this channel pop. Uh, but when I'm trying to get to the point, at this point, now I reached my 1400. I think it was June. Yeah, it was probably June, and I had my watch hours by June. So then I put in the application, and for the first, I had never even heard of this before. They had denied my application for the monetization due to reused content. Now, I might say to myself, well, hell, Charleston White, and I know this because I to some of his prior management, when Dr. O was his management, I used to send her links to where somebody was still in this video. To this day, I try to inform the team when somebody may be still in Charleston White content. Now, so I say that to say we would have to go around and manually look and see who might have the content up and report it to YouTube. And YouTube may be dragged their feet on tax, taking action or whatever. And they may hit it right then. So it's like, okay, now y'all calling reused content. After Mr. Charleston gave me permission to utilize his content on whatever platform I need to utilize it on. So in my mind, I say, okay, if he gave me free reign to utilize his content, I'm gonna be able to hit up nice little clips and things like that and post them up, because I know what the game is. I recognize game, so I recognize whatever little piece of game I need to clip down to throw up here in order to captivate the listeners and those who may be admirers of Charleston White. But what they did, they say, no, boy, no, nigga, we ain't gonna let you do that. You denied your monetization application due to reuse of content. And mind you, I don't know whether and I'm like saying they're so vague, but they don't let you know what content are you talking about is reused. Y'all want me to go and just delete random shit, and then if I reapply again, y'all say the same shit. I don't know what I'm supposed to take down, what I should take down, because in my mind, everything up there is eligible. Okay. So they even denied my application with action. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go about deleting all my Charleston White videos from my page. And I really still haven't done that. A lot of the videos I had up there, I've made private. And Charleston told me, said what they trying to do is hit you for the YouTube videos. I said, well, I said, well, man, I really don't have that much of the YouTube stuff on there. Really, you don't need. And it's like, well, at that point, you realize, well, it's something else. So it's like all of a sudden, YouTube, instead of focusing on the content that's on YouTube focuses on the content that is outside YouTube, and will utilize that focus to the content that is outside YouTube. Let's say, what if I make a video or something on a topic, and I post it up on my Real Beauty of Black relationship page on Facebook. And then I say, well, hell, that's pretty dope. Let me go ahead and download that and re-upload that there. You mean to tell me I'm gonna get a violation because I'm reusing that content, and even though it's my content? But they have an appeals process, like right even just about now. I called myself deleting all this stuff, but before I had the application, I had a time to resubmit my application. Like I had a community strike violation, supporting dangerous and hazardous people, blah, 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 blah. Because I had reposted a Charleston White video from his Facebook. And on that video, he was going against a black Mexican. And it's like in my mind, I'm saying, well, okay, y'all see his black, he say black Mexican. And they like, well, evidently this person that he's going at considers himself black and also Mexican. So how can it be to the point where I'm encouraging hate groups or whatever? And especially, the point I'm trying to make is that on that particular video, in the description box, I wrote this is satire, this is parody, this is not serious, this is jokey joke, whatever, and that is in the guidelines of the community standards. The community standards say, well, if this is what that is, if you identify that is what it is, then we can't really fuck with you on it. Unite's my guy in this motherfucker, man. What's up, brother? Every day I see more channels post Charleston. There's only a problem when you do it, and you're the one with permission to do it. Yeah, man, that shit is wild as fuck to me, man. And even before that, it's like, uh, even if I don't post, even if I don't take something that's directly from his channel, if I get on here and I talk positive about Charleston, for a while, I guess like the early 2021 or whatever, 2022, if you got on there and said anything, you just got on there and said something wild about Charleston, you'll get your views, you'll get your attention. But even through all that time, when I was coming on post and say, y'all saying this about this man, y'all lying, ain't no paperwork on this man, ain't no rape allegations, blah 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 blah. I'm providing the receipts and evidence. Uh, I'm not even getting a wave toward me at all. So let me get to the point of what I'm trying to make by even bringing Charleston's name up. So they hit me with the community standard strike. So now it's like I can't even reapply for them, even though I may take all the videos of Charleston I may have up down. I can't reapply until September for the monetization. So after then, well, really before then, it's like I had some motion, but now it's like I know, and I know it's like I pick the topics out. I know it's the popular topics, the trending topics, to discuss and things like that. And I figured that okay, if I put it down the game on this topic like this, then it should be able to draw the interest of some people. It doesn't. What YouTube does is that, and I know that it's fuck shit because in my mind it's like maybe there's a certain analytics that they allow me to see, and there's the real analytics. Maybe it might be two different sides of my YouTube page. Maybe it might be the real reality side where it's people interacting with that YouTube page, but I just can't see it. And then it's my side where I can see it, where I might have 2 likes and 5 views. So I'm like saying, well, hell, if I got 5 views and almost 50% out of those views like my shit, then how come my shit is not even being naturally moved up along the algorithm? So okay, I say this to take it back to say when I had my damn blonde floor. When I was attempting to reapply for the monetization, I was getting ready to reapply for the monetization. That's when I got the community strike, and I kind of knew. I said, well, damn. I fucked around and had been bragging. Well, I guess bragging or just happy or whatever celebration that we're here. I'm about to get monetized or whatever. So, ooh. So I go on and I said, well, I'm dragging my feet by deleting shit. First of all, I should have been more proactive by making more shit private. That way, that person who reported that video that I got from the Facebook, they wouldn't be able to do that shit because they wouldn't be able to see the video to report it. So when they did that shit, they took my eligibility and my ability to apply for monetization to September. So now now this week, well, I guess early this week, and it's crazy because I hate that and you got to know that I'm not. I wouldn't be, and that I'm not being negative in my thoughts by thinking by saying about when I say this. He came on earlier and said, he said thanking YouTube and the man and the brother, Mr. Charles even thank Google, the Google people for giving this chance. I guess the chicken thinking the Google ad people, whatever, because you got to make the content that's advertiser friendly. He was thanking them people, and he didn't really specifically say why he was thanking them, but I had already seen how the YouTube had been dry. A lot of people was like saying, "Oh, you falling off your YouTube dry." Charles wasn't fucking with that YouTube because he was trying to not go on there and fuck off to where it might fuck up applying for the monetization. Now this ain't nothing that we didn't have me and Charles had a conversation about. This is just me peeping game and recognizing game for what it is. So I knew that he was just pretty much waiting for the strikes to fall off. So right after he said he's happy and celebratory about that, and he said in one of his videos on Instagram, he said, well, when he found out that they had decided to hit him with a community strike for one of his videos from 2021, he was celebrating. He was expecting to enter back into the lane of monetization, and all things considered, right? You see all these several channels, even if it's not even them posting the content, it's them. Some of these channels just talking about him, and then you have the channels that interview him, and they get their views and things like that. But then you have the channels that just randomly steal, and you look on their channel, they may not have 100 or 1,000 subscribers, but they may have like 200, 300, 400 subscribers, but they have a Charles and White video that had 22,000 views, cause in the timeliness that they put it up. So it's like, okay, does YouTube allow these people, and the answer to this is yes already, does YouTube allow these people who may not be the moderator on Charles and White page, who may not post content that's complimentary toward Charles and White? This person just randomly stealing this shit. Are they allowed to get monetized? I answered that question yes, because we had this one cat that was so bold, he was bragging and shit about how much bread he was making off Charles's video until he got copyright struck. And that's the thing about it too. When Charles and White said that the motherfuckers had hit him with the community standard strike, you have people in his comments saying, "Well, you hit me with a community rights strike, and you hit me with a community rights strike, man. Why did he hit you with a community rights strike? Your ass was stealing." It wasn't like that. He just didn't like your shit, and he went on there and hit you with a strike. I go on there since I'm the moderator on the Real Charles and White YouTube page, and I'm always checking out Charles and White shit. I'm in the Charles and White algorithm, so I see your shit. I see if you reposted some of his shit, if you stole some of his shit and put it up. So by me seeing you do that and seeing your game in it, I'm gonna tell him. I have the means of communication to tell Charles and White you still in this video. Channels to be stealing content, and then they be getting away with it. YouTube pick and choose. All these social media channels pick and choose. Like my Facebook fan page, the real beauty of Black relationships. I have the right amount. I have the total amount of followers. I have almost 38,000 followers. I have the right amount of live content posted up there. I met that requirement. There's one requirement that's left, which is like this: you have to have 60,000 minutes watched of a video of your content within the past 60 days or something like that. So I did two things because recently my minutes have been growing. My minutes have been low, but I was up to like almost 23,000 minutes. So what I decided to do was I was about to toot my own horn, say I'm doing good. I got bullshit on my page, even though I've been shadow banned on Facebook because my regular profile stays in Facebook jail because of my socio-political views and things of that nature. So I was starting to get motion on my Facebook fan page, even though, albeit I got to spend money. You got to spend money with them because they ain't gonna let you be in front of nobody's eyes unless you spend money. It's just like advertising. You basically paying to advertise yourself, advertise your platform. So I'm getting motion. I did two things though. I posted my motion on Facebook, on my regular Facebook page. My regular page is always in Facebook. Y'all posted my motion up there. And I said, look, y'all, all I got to do is get about 40,000 more minutes, and I can get the in stream ad revenue. And then the second thing I did was I took a reel. I made a reel of Charleston, and I posted on that page. Now this is the Real Beauty of Black Relations page. Now I say this is not necessarily a dating page; it's a page that I put up there in order, just to foster better relationships between black people. I also have a YouTube page that I put up, but I ain't really done nothing to them. But let me not get too far off the point. What you say, nice? Cool dance with Gmail. Okay, I got you, man. A lot of this shit I put up. Oh shit, no, there it go. Yeah, I put some shit up. I put shit up on my Facebook. I need to download that shit and reload it up here, just for the sake of having it. So when I went all around the world with it, but I labeled the video. I typed the video, standing 10 toes, or strolling 10 toes down in the midst of the sour heart. It's like, well, okay. Now I know that the way that sequence of events went. You know what I'm saying? Like all right, I'm almost at monetization. I'm bragging I'm almost at monetization. Then I get to the point of I apply for monetization one time, and then they tell me, well, you reusing content. Okay, well, fuck it. All right, then I am reusing content. So I go along the lines of trying to, I'm slow dragging and taking out the content they might consider reused. Uh, then before I get a chance to resubmit on July the 1st, at the 1st of July, somebody hit me. And I mean, it's like, okay, well, it has to be. This video has been up for like 2 or 3 weeks. This video already been up for a while. It has to be somebody that's intentional with this shit. Because before they hit me with a strike, and it was from a video, and that was before I was able, because this is really I was delayed from applying for my monetization twice. The first time was when somebody had dug back, when I got all the hours and all that shit. Somebody had dug back to find another Charleston video. God damn it. And that was from months and months ago, and they used that to say, well, blah blah blah. I ain't blaming that nigga. I can't blame my nigga, because my nigga, without my nigga's guidance, I would be even interested in trying to make an entrepreneur endeavor out of a social media. But gotta be just like the rest of the motherfuckers, just on here posting for attention and likes and views. But it's like they know them people not dumb and stupid. If you get 1 billion plus views on any sort, with billion views on TikTok, X amount of views on Instagram, X amount of views on Facebook, X amount of views on YouTube, the money men know what that's about. It ain't no accident Live Day. He on the Live Charleston right on the Live Nation tour. It ain't no accident that GG Academics will lie and say that Live Nation didn't want him. GG Academics knew that if he put Charleston in the right rooms with the people that he needed to be in, Academics wouldn't have been a factor. That's why it had to be somebody like T.K. Kirkland to take Charleston, to take Charleston under his wing. Somebody definitely watching from the cut. Yeah, it is somebody that either got their channel hit, somebody that he didn't charge them to hurt their feelings. It's a personal vendetta, no doubt, and it's a long-standing personal vendetta. Charleston may not never met that person in real life, it may just be some internet shit. But at the end of the day, it's just you also think about it's not necessarily just one individual person either. You think about it, man. you got something that's you got a product that just people just breaking down the doors to buy and purchase. Um, so instead of you promoting and selling that product, you're gonna put that product in the rear corner of the store, knowing that people want that product. You okay? Yeah, we got it. It's all the way in the back. Just keep on digging for it, and then you'll find it's back there. Instead of promoting this product to make it into something that might could be considered that relevant within the culture, you rather go about the way of and I hate to throw around people that made this word overused, shadow banning. I remember I was talking about shadow banning, niggas thought I was crazy. You rather shadow ban this content and not even try to make a way to get to have this content be paid for. And in my mind and from my perspective, and I may be crazy, I may just be delusional, maybe I can't talk to the people, maybe this shit ain't for me. But in my mind, I'm like saying, if I'm making these many motherfucking videos, and don't if somebody like, and even if somebody don't like it, somebody did come in my comments, somebody would have been came in my comments and clown me just in the name of trollness. But they know, like, if somebody comes in and talk shit about you, that's bringing traffic to your shit too. Because if somebody say some shit in my shit, and if I go to somebody who I ain't getting to some other celebrity or some other body else account on social media and go back and forth with a motherfucker, why can't I go? Why wouldn't I go back and forth with somebody in my comments? With you when you have that I guess that back and forth, they call that engagement or whatever. So I've learned. They won't even go to the point where they allow people to even talk shit on my shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just my imagination, but it's clear, and I see it's clear. Because if you just think about it like this, if you one of the most popular people on the web, and you even on a particular site, if somebody types your name in the search engine, instantly your account should appear right at the top. You should be easily found on that platform. But for just to type in a Charleston White, you got to scroll down through. Say cheese, that's cool. Say cheese video, whomever else video, and you might find his eventually find his account down at the bottom somewhere. So from my perspective, it's like, well, hell, if y'all gonna do Charleston like that, I guess anybody that's associated positively with Charleston, and Charleston may or may not acknowledge my association like that, but I associate myself. I cheer the nigga. I cheer the nigga on. And I seek to promote a proper narrative, a positive narrative. I guess maybe that's the problem. Maybe y'all don't want the positive narrative of a Charleston White. Maybe something like that might cause a trend that's not conducive to what the overlords of the culture deem necessary. Maybe we want to keep on putting out that drill rap. Maybe we want to keep on promoting that prison culture. Maybe we want to keep on having low standards and low aspirations as African American, black, Negro, or nigger people in this country. I don't know, man. I'm just going on because at the end of the day, man, I go on here and I see motherfuckers who make good content creators who make videos about the same shit I talk about, and I feel as if maybe and that go with them goddamn feelings. I believe as if when I present whatever topic it is, I may have presented it better, but I might go see somebody else and look at their page. Maybe it might be because they're younger. Maybe it might be because of their association with certain people, certain groups. But I'm like saying, well, man, the shit that they did was far subpar to the presentation I put up. But they get X amount of views, and they got people all when they go live, they got 1,200 or 500, whatever, hundreds in the live chat, and when they get done, 5,000, 6,000 views. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife or ass. That's one of the commandments. I can't be envious. I can't be jealous of another motherfucker's success. It's like saying play the game fair. But no, you can't say that either because a player told me that the game is cruel, but it's fair. Uh, but yeah, play the game fair. Evidently, those people, there are people that I know on Facebook. Because on Facebook, my shit is mud on Facebook. Because I talk about the Democratic Party, and people expect me. And I guess it's a reason for that because I was on Obama juice, on the Obama juice, and I was the Democrats and what Democrats and shit like that. But when I found out that them niggas don't do, I'm calling Democrat. When I found out that particular political party doesn't necessarily do nothing to constructively benefit Black Americans, even though they damn near extort the black vote, I started speaking differently about the Democratic Party. And at that point, I guess during the Hillary Clinton and the mean Master Trump uh, uh, election cycle or campaign cycle, they came up with this term called Russian bots, and these so-called black sites and black people are just really Russian bots promoting Russian propaganda in the attempt to make Hillary Clinton look bad and lose the election. But all we was doing was saying, hell, the bitch called niggas super predators. And she supported the prison industrial complex. And this, that, and the third. That shit. Fucking with them Democrats on Facebook. Got my shit fucked up on Facebook. This real beauty of black relationship page I mentioned, almost 38,000. It's got everything that a popular Facebook fan page should have, except for the motion that it should have. You know, fucking man, I'm just telling you. United, man, I appreciate. I don't know if you're still out there, but I'm fucking. I appreciate you for fucking me, brother. Oh yeah, there you go, there you go. TK be dropping. Yeah, TK definitely dropped. I caught TK dropping some gems today when he was at the radio station. Old girl got enough feelings. Uh, Protecting master's land, saying, oh no, I do this, I do that. We ain't talking about you. We talking about the station. He was talking about the station and what he's witnessed personally in regards to that radio station. But she took it. Yeah, TK be dropping gems. I wonder if it's possible that someone is watching you from the side. Yeah, they watching. It's somebody. If even if it's just not just the little automated AI robots that collect data, but somebody is watching. Big Brother. Like Orwell said, Big Brother's always watching. And secretly reporting some things that I post. I mentioned, if there have been many a channel that will steal his content and repost it in the name of like, okay, they gonna get them a YouTube check, but they got clipped in many cases before that became reality. And some people I guess may have lost their channel or what have you, and they may have a vengeance going on. But hell, it's not. you know If you stealing, you stealing. It ain't one like he just went on there because of something the content that they put up. Um, he didn't like their content that they made, their original content that they made, and he decided to shadow and to report them. He had just justifiable cause and reason to strike their channel. So I believe it's people, and not necessarily somebody. It's somebodies that watch what we do. Well, definitely watch what he do. They may not necessarily watch what I do, because judging by looks of my analytics, that don't nobody look see my shit, which is kind of fucking weird, but whatever. Channels be stealing content like crazy. I got that. Shadow ban. Yeah, shadow ban is real than the motherfucker, man. I done seen it. It's like I was saying about that page on Facebook. My Facebook, The Real Beauty of Black Relationship. If you got a Facebook page, anybody hear the sound of my voice? The Real Beauty of Black Relationships page on Facebook. I have all the requirements in order to get in-stream ad revenue. Like like when you make a video or have a reel or something like that, it may be a little a banner underneath the video for ad, or even like in between the like if you just watching watching the videos on Facebook, the Facebook Watch. If a commercial come on in between your video and the next video, I guess you get some form of ad revenue for that. So I got 38,000, damn near 38,000 people. I done been on the motherfucking Facebook with that account since at least 2011. Um, got enough recorded live video stuff to where I should be able to get to 60,000 minutes easily if y'all would allow my content to be seen by the masses. But no, it doesn't happen like that. And even on on my regular profile, I've been in Facebook jail on that profile for like 90 days. Just like I'm on I'm in YouTube jail now for 90 days because I can't apply for the monetization. Even in this YouTube shit, what I'm trying to, I guess what I was trying to say is like it's a comparison to that. Because it's like, okay, I'm putting this content, I'm working to make this content, and it's like I kind of feel like I keep on with them feelings. And I gotta stick with them feelings because I gotta work through them feelings. I feel like I don't even want to post nothing up here on none of these channels because hell, it seems like whether nobody's watching. I don't know whether it's the fact that nobody wants to see what I'm watching, nobody cares to see what I'm watching, or whether the fact that can't nobody see my shit due to the fact there may be some type of form of shadow banning or filtering out of my shit. So it's like, okay, but ain't nobody saying nothing really negative in my comment boxes on these videos that might have 5, 6, 13, 25 views. Ain't nobody saying nothing negative on them, and you might get a positive comment here and there. So it's like, so I'm saying to myself, well, hell, I at least need some. If I'm doing this badly, can I at least get some smoke? So I can figure out maybe it might be something that I need to adjust and fix. After all, I got 38,000 motherfuckers on this page, and I got almost 15. I got 1,400 on this page on the YouTube, and it's like, well, y'all, I go away for 2 or 3 days, and I come back, and this one video still got 5 views, and it was the first 5 views that pretty much got within the first hour that I posted the video. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. To me, it don't. How can somebody that's been pretty? Maybe I'm an internet dinosaur, but it's like all through the course of the development of the free usage of this shit. In the 90s, in the late 90s, motherfuckers was going through the little internet forums, the website forums, and their comment section and their internet threads and stuff like that. Communities. Spitting the shit he's spitting. So it's not like I haven't had an internet presence, an online presence in the Google world or social media world. I guess I did have a MySpace, but I never used it. But it don't make sense, man. It don't. To me, y'all, it's not like people don't recognize, the government or whomever don't recognize your identity on this motherfucker. They know who you are. They know what you done talked about. If your ass get in trouble, you best believe, just like Beyonce's mama second husband and the Lawson guy, they all in this nigga's fucking Twitter mentions talking about he's some porn freak, blah blah blah, cause we watch porn, and albeit I understand at least it was black porn the nigga was watching. What difference? Why do we need to know that Richard Lawson or whatever his name was, Beyonce mama separating husband? Why we need to know what this nigga watch? Why would y'all even tell us that? Other than the fact that somebody got to feel some need, they got to bring down the man's image. So it's like, okay, you get an image that asserts masculinity and more than that, nigga masculinity, black masculinity. Nigga, straighten your shit up. We ain't talking about that gang shit. We ain't talking about that. That shit is not impressive, especially when your ass getting in over 35, you going 45, 50 years old, you still talking about that same old bullshit. It don't make sense. You can't make that shit add up. But what it is that okay, it's titillating to those who had a weak mind. The weak minded people gonna gravitate to that shit. So we have to develop characters. I guess that's what that is. You have to develop character, and it may not necessarily be what your cause and your mission is, but what it's going to do is going to direct those to be drawn to your cause and mission from the mere fact that you're breaking your cause and your mission by portraying this character. Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't. I mean, I guess it really wouldn't necessarily hurt me to leave this motherfucking YouTube. People are leaving these platforms. It wouldn't hurt me to leave this motherfucker because they ain't never paid me nothing. Um, Now Facebook, I didn't put money after money, and I didn't put money and money. I put in time and time into that motherfucking platform. But what that platform is beneficial for me to do is be a hub that I could sell merchandise on, or even to the point where even though I don't necessarily get the motion that I may necessarily want on there. I can get some. If somebody you want your video to go get some views, go viral. You want your channel to grow, whatever. Pay me this money, and I sponsor. I sponsor their motherfucking shit. Cause if you pay Facebook on a link, they'll boost that motherfucker up. They'll let people see that link, and you'll get your likes and your views. And due to the fact I got these 38,000 people and it's a certain type of segmented audience, then if you have a product that appeals to this segmented audience, you should be willing to pay for this advertising. Now nobody trying to hear that gang shit. That shit is dead. Them glory days is over for them niggas, man. That shit is over for them niggas, man. Really. And I guess that's really in a lot of times because you look at like the fall offs like Boosie, man. And I'm gonna say Boosie fucking falling off. That shit the nigga doing, man. Nigga, you in trouble. You facing time, man. And not only are you in trouble, you have a situation with your family members that you have unresolved. And then not only that. You have these so-called business situations in which you haven't resolved. You running around on your platforms, hollering, talking about QCO you some motherfucking money because they forged your name on a contract. Nigga, file the case. But I guess filing the case must be too much like snitching. Is that what that is? But he got all tight, He got first he went in and spited T.I. Oh, that nigga, that's a snitch. I can't fuck with the snitches no more. And right after that, here you go, you get fucking caught with a gun on a goddamn on an unknown. Never heard before rap artists who happen to be a gangbanger. You could collude or connected with gangbangers. You think them niggas them motherfucking feds wasn't watching? That some law enforcement wasn't watching your dumb ass? Niggas just dumb. Boosie minds everybody's business but his own. And that's gonna be he gonna pay for that shit. Really. At the end of the day, because it's not, and something that nobody is really necessarily talking about. He ain't been on Vlad since the shit happened. I ain't seen him on Vlad since the shit happened. Seemed like the very, 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 very first person that should have been clamoring for an interview with Boosie Badass would be Vlad. How come Vlad ain't called Boosie to do an interview and let Boosie explain what it is, what the problem is like? I'm a very, very popular rapper, and due to the things that I rap about and the associations I may have, I must have a weapon around me to protect myself. You already pled guilty for state. You better try to find some kind of way to justify uh, you having that weapon. Not that the feds give a goddamn, but hell, it may sound good. At least look like you're fighting for your own life instead of worried about what the fuck Kodak doing. Kodak got $1 million from a nigga rapping. And you up there big, up there crying because you say QT punked you out of artist because he forged your signature. I guess it's too bad you can't call Marlo Mike to take care of that now, my nigga. Let me pull back before I get caught up in that motherfucking bullshit too. It's non-constructive. The niggas is in trouble. Black people is in trouble. I know that black people is in trouble in Chicago because the motherfucking undocumented immigrants and took over this bitch. And our motherfucking black mayor, Brandon, he's with it. But I don't want to get too far off on what I'm on, man. But no, the immigrants that are being crossing the border in Texas are being shipped up to Chicago, Illinois, in the name of sanctuary cities. And what that is doing is they have to have some place to house these immigrants, and since they're coming to the city, so what they don't put them in the west suburbs or in the areas, the affluent Caucasian areas. What they're doing is they put them in the black neighborhoods. And to add insult to injury, they're closing down, well, they're allowing once closed down schools to be used as a shelter for these immigrants. They couldn't allow the schools to get funding to rebuild to teach the children, but they can allow these schools to be utilized for the housing of those who are seeking amnesty in America. Now we don't know what they may have done in that particular country in order to deem this amnesty now, because now what we're finding out now, the people where they selected to put these undocumented immigrants that are seeking amnesty in America, these neighborhoods, they have crime issues with these people. And now the excuses being made that no, it's not the people that are living in the shelters, it's the people that they kicked out of the shelters because they weren't following the rules. Black people's in trouble. They don't. This is I got game, but they don't necessarily, and that's my problem. I guess that's my problem on Facebook, and I guess that would be my problem anywhere else. I got game for my people that they don't necessarily want you to want to be discussed, because I can take they shit and break it down into a form which the most common-minded of our people, and now when I say common-minded, I don't mean to be disrespectful. The most person that you may have the difficulty comprehending what the jargon that is being expressed in the upper levels of power, I'm able to break it down to them where they can understand and how it affects them. But when you get to the point where you say fuck Obama was supposed to have been a Hail Mary. But then when it come out, Obama ain't did shit. Obama working with the police. Obama's more focused on the rights of those to practice their sexual liberation than he is for the economic liberation of African American black people. Y'all was buying houses that y'all didn't have the ability to afford. That's why y'all houses got foreclosed on by the bank, even though there was a mass amount of layoffs. So it's like, well, hell, how do you know that they wouldn't have been able to afford the houses that they got that were foreclosed on, that caused the housing crisis crash and stole large percentages of black wealth, generational black wealth? How would you know that they wouldn't be able to afford those houses when their jobs got taken? But I'm just talking, my friend. I'm just talking. In Chicago, Mayor Brandon. That motherfucking Mayor Brandon, my nigga. I knew he was a fucking Manchurian candidate. Man, I guess these are things I got to be careful. A fake ass candidate, Manchurian candidate. I already said it already. I knew he was a Manchurian candidate because it's like, where the fuck this nigga come from? Uh, he came through at the last minute. He going against Uncle Mammy. The former mayor of Chicago. And I should know her name. Lightfoot, Lori Lightfoot. They had to put a black face against her. I think it was somebody else back trying to run against the wind too, but he ain't no better than she is. It was just a different social interest group or a political group or a corporate capitalistic group that put their money behind Brandon's campaign in order to make sure that he get in office so he could facilitate um, their interests. Black people in trouble. I know we in trouble up this motherfucker in Chicago. Yeah, I know this we in trouble in Chicago. I know that for a fact, my friend. But at the end of the day, man, um, and it may sound simple, and it may sound, it may sound like it may not necessarily be effective, but in order to really solve something, the first step that we really actually can do is start within ourselves. Start looking, walk in the mirror, and then make an access or an audit of that person you see in the mirror. And then at that point, you just look around in your surroundings in your household, and then because after you've corrected or made adjustments to what errors that may be in you and a person, you get to the point where you look around your surroundings and say, "Well, I need to fix this. I need to fix this and fix that." In your environment, so your household. And then once your household is in order, you can think clearly, and then you look around and out in the world, the world's unorganized too. My front steps is in order. My neighbors, and this sounds like, but really it's not necessary. I can't say it's Charleston. This is shit that we should know. This is shit that existed. You go outside your house, and you may see your neighbor may need some help, and you already got your shit in order. So what does it cost you to get your neighbor a little help, push him along the way to get their shit straight? United, brother, I appreciate you for sticking with me, brother. Let me get my ass up off here. At least I know I got one view, one honest, straight up view. A nigga that stuck with me and listened to my shit. So I guess I don't feel like this was never in vain in which I do this, per se. Jaylen Brown, he signed the biggest NBA contract and said he's using it to build up the black community. Hey, show and prove, don't show and tell it. If the niggas start doing it, then, now be cynical. It's going to be a group of niggas trying to stop him and discredit him for doing it. But, hopefully there'll be a larger and more formidable group of Negroes, African American, coloreds, people of colors, blacks, niggas that band together to make sure that Jaylen's endeavor to reinforce and build up the black, man, there ain't no such thing, no goddamn black community. Black community done. Nah. Yeah, the idea of the black community, ain't no fucking black community. Ain't no black community. Long as Jaylen helped black, ain't no black community, man. If it was a black community, we would be going through the shit we going through. And all the black community moved out of the black community to try to go live next to the white folks because I guess they figured that ice is colder next to Mr. Charlie and them people. Yeah, man, I got to, man. And then I think about it because I thought about it when I drove to Cleveland just recently. I'm driving down the neighborhoods when I was a kid where it used to be the houses used to be neat, the yards be cut, and people out there hanging out in the yard or walking up and down the sidewalk. I look, man, them houses is just urban decay, man. Some areas seem like the nature is retaking over the property. With trees and shit growing over it, and but it's like, well, You have a whole bunch of people crammed up in areas like, let's say, for us, so throw up there, for example, have a whole bunch of niggas crammed together in like projects like O blocks and, you know, once upon a time, uh, 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 damn, the Robert Taylor homes. You know, these projects in Chicago. I live in Chicago. Or just projects in any of your cities. You have these properties in which, you know, nobody is necessarily. I guess they've already lost them. You know, maybe they lost them during the Obama era when the banking industry crashed and all those mortgages they issued to black people turned out to be predatory. You know, all these houses are decaying. So it's like, well, why not? You know, we got money to send to Ukraine. I'm about, you know, that there's something I got to be careful about this shit. I be telling that goddamn Ukraine shit. We send money to Ukraine, and all during the time of the election, we were talking about, well, you know, right now that they're scared. They're trying to make us scared of Donald Trump being in office because Donald Trump, he's a racist. He gonna let the racists take over. Motherfucking the racists ain't never not been holding power in this motherfucker. If that was the case, you know, if the racists wasn't in power, then you wouldn't be coming to us in desperation talking about we got to keep the racists out of power. So it was like, okay, they coming to us. We got to make sure we don't let the racists get in power. But what's in it for me, Mr. Charlie? Well, if you don't know whether or not to vote for me, then you ain't black. The audacity of this Caucasian man. But no, don't worry about that. I'll just no. And he wrote the crime bill, 3 strikes, blah blah blah. Don't worry about that. We gotta get mean Master Trump out. Don't worry about that. I got to worry about that. Well, now, fucker, you already okay? You can worry about that, but look at it. We gonna have a black female vice president, and she looked just like me. And the little girl says she looked like the woman behind the counter at the 7-Eleven or the fucking Subway store serving you sandwiches and shit. She don't and Bryce got mad at me talking about I said she ain't nigga like me, she ain't no nigga folk. She's a foreigner. Yeah, I can't believe, you know, I had a friend. I guess her sister. I guess something. I guess the friend was mixed or had mixed kids, something like that. And I'm saying, well, you know, she ain't even mixed with American nigga. So how the fuck she gonna be a representative of y'all American nigga bras? Oh, she's an AKA. I definitely get in trouble when I start talking about these organizations. But it's like, okay, I'll just say this. When has the black community came out and sung the praises of all the benevolence and the charity and the good works and the hospitals and schools and businesses they financed and funded for the black community? You know, you can't say nothing about, okay, well if Cammy's that particular organization, she's in one of these organizations, then you know we know these organizations, and I'm not even sticking on the one particular organization that our vice president lady is in. All of them, really. You know, it's like when I was in college. I said, fuck it. This frat, I choose this frat because it looked like they kicking and get down and they getting all the bras and shit. They not pretty. They not pretty. What if these niggas are swole? I'm a big nigga coming to college. I say I'm vibe with this. I'm a vibe with this frat, whatever. So I mean, I get it. I get it from being young. This is the time when I wanted to be in one of them organizations. But they say, well, you getting into one of them, you connected. You can always count on that connection that you have due to the fact you guys in this organization, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, she's in your organization, but she's going to be the vice president, not of just your not of just of the blacks in your organization, but of all blacks. You remember when they said when Barack Obama, he's not just the president of the black people, he's the president of America. He's not just the president of the black people. Somehow I feel like I'm ranting. Biden really said that. Yeah, Biden really did say it. Biden also said, and it's like, first thing that he did, like we wait for money, right? And Trump was ready to get that motherfucking another piece, another 2,500 or whatever, and keep on that unemployment benefit being paid. I was about to keep on doing that shit, but now he lost. So when Biden get in, we expect to, okay, they gave us a little money to hold us up. We expect when Biden to give us, and it's not Biden give us shit. It's our tax money we pay into this shit for this shit to come back anyway. We're expecting to be able to withdraw from our tax funds a bit of aid to help us during this unprecedented, during this very, very, very terrible time where we're going underneath this pandemic. We need this aid, whatever. So Donald was ready to keep the money going. But then you had the Democrats, they knew it was an election year. It was an election year. And they knew that if money is still going out of this government, whomever is in the office, whoever holds the title that is in office at the time where this money is coming out, is going to be king. So what they did was they held up the aid, the coronavirus aid from the citizens, so they could ensure that they got kind master Joe Biden in office. Kind master Joe Biden gets, okay, Joe Biden, go ahead on and put that I want to say it was $1,500. Go on, put that $1,500 check together, man, and get us tight. Hold on, not so fast. We have a politician in Atlanta. We need to make sure these politicians in Atlanta in, and then I'll make sure you get your check. I don't even know how I got here with this, but this is in the name of I don't even know what this is in the name of. This is but look at it like this, man. We talk about, and I guess not all of us, it may be some of us who are not necessarily that are keen on things like reparations. But even if you're not keen on things like reparations, you should think about something that's considered like a Mulford Act for Black Americans, some type of act that would take consideration of the documented statistical evidence of the economic depravity, or the depriving, I shouldn't say depravity, the depriving of economic benefits and social structures to those who are considered black in this country by way of separation and ostracization, or denying of wherewithal. And by saying denying of wherewithal, the ability to earn the money in order to maintain certain properties and things of that nature. Whereas if you might have a crop might have the cream of the crop produce and you take it to town and sell it, but in order for you to sell it, you got to take a cut in price. Meanwhile, Mr. Charlie got some raggedy ass grain he's selling for a certain amount of money that may be twice the amount that you were able to get for yours, maybe even 3 times the amount you were able to get for your fine grain. They got some oatmeal over there. They selling for 3 times the amount you was selling your shit for. Just gonna hit the fan soon. This economy is really starting to crumble, it seems. At least eggs went down, son. They was tripping on the goddamn eggs. The eggs was like $5 and $6 for 18. I normally get the 18 pack because I like eggs for my breakfast. But, at least eggs going down. The economy is crumbling. Uh, they say that the unemployment's low though. Hell, nigga, you better work or do something because Biden ain't trying to get no nigga no aid. But now that's what I was on. I was saying that black people did not demand nothing, and they still don't demand nothing from their politicians. We have now that the stories coming out that somehow there's been an accounting error with the aid of the Ukraine. They don't even have a clear accounting of where all this money went to that they were giving to Ukraine in the name of democracy. We reparations is offensive. Well, maybe it's not so offensive now. What they're doing now is since they know it's another election year, and they know that bringing up charging Donald Trump with additional charges in the name of he intentionally did this blah blah blah, trying to enhance the little bullshit they already got on him. They know that even with that on his neck, he can still resoundingly beat the shit out of Biden in the campaign. Ain't no Republicans standing up to him as a candidate, so now they got to do this, whatever. And not even trying to sound like I support Trump either, because like I say at the end of I will say, not like I say, I'll say in my mind that neither one of them, both of them are in cahoots, and neither party is in the best interest of black folks. We've had plenty of times to see this because they've both been in power on several occasions, and we see the present condition of black Americans. You would think that okay, even if white Americans were still the top tier of economic earners in this country, or in regards to statistics, you would think that somewhere along the line that second, after all these centuries of us having to be interacting with each other, for a while we had a nice little run, Mr. Charlie. It was just Mr. Charlie and us niggas. For a while, I guess you might talk about the indigenous natives, the Native Americans, the Indians, but then there's also the argument of hell, the ones they were calling Indians were also from the seed of the niggas. But that's a whole nother topic, I guess. The eggs was them eggs was kind of eggs was higher than the motherfucker, man. I was like shit. I had to cut my intake down. I started eating oatmeal and shit. Eating oatmeal and making sausage sandwiches. I gotta get my leases and it's cooling off. I still gotta get my landlord to clean out my AC shit. I live in the this is not even the inner city, motherfucking suburbs. It's like Maywood, Broadview, whatever. I don't need to tell the world where I'm at, but yeah, I'm not a rich nigga. I'm just a regular guy. But yeah, man. I think I didn't talk enough. I didn't ramble on enough in the name of watch hours. So, Mr. Unitas, brother, I appreciate you for coming through once again, and I'll get back with you on the next one. Yeah, it's hotter than a motherfucker, man. Yeah, this motherfucker not kicking out the freon like it should be. That's what the point I was trying to get to make. And it feel like it's blowing out dust because my eyes is fucking watering. But then they talk about it's the fucking Canadian wildfire shit. And how long this motherfucking shit been burning? And how long this smoke gonna burn? In the rain and shit, and y'all still talking about this is smoke from the fucking California wildfire. Y'all gassing citizens up and around this motherfucker. I guess if if niggas start going crazy on a killing spree, I guess we'll find out. Maybe it was the Canadian wildfire smoke. But then again, I guess if niggas start getting docile, that goddamn Canadian wildfire. What did it do? Did it do something? It's still there. Okay, I thought it went out for a second. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through. Nigga Nation or nothing and all that good shit, man. We gonna keep on pushing the line regardless. Here, like I say, it be kind of hard to be motivated to come on and make shit when it feel like the fucking site don't let your shit be seen by nobody. So what, a nigga cuss whatever. Y'all ain't paying a nigga for this video. Can I express myself and say the things I want to say and let people get the option to hear what I'm saying and make the choice and whether they want to view my shit or not? Uh, don't play favorites, cause I see y'all these YouTube, these motherfucking social media platforms be playing favorites with a motherfucker, and you be like, one. I said, how can you look at like for example on Facebook? It's all kind of Charleston. It's about 5, 6 good strong Charleston White pages. Charleston, I know he got two of them, but uh, you look at them pages and it be a Charles White page, and motherfuckers be having like 70,000, 77,000 followers and shit like that. I'm like, well, goddamn, that ain't even that nigga real page himself don't even have that many followers. So how is it that Facebook allows some shit like that? And then it's like I say, well, hell, a nigga that's got, I'm an average. I've been working on my platform for a while, but I got 30 over 30, well, yeah, over 30,000 followers or whatever. Theoretically, I should have a strong voice. I should be able to have a bully pulpit per se. But if social media is able to enable you to be silenced or be able to be moderated and hindered in what you can do and what you and express, and not even what you can do, what you express, just being able to be visible. Period. I think I got. I think I screenshot it. But yeah, I got you. I got you. Code Cool Dancer 977. Yeah, man. They killing this nigga shit. Yeah, I got it. I screenshot your shit, man. You take care. Peace and love. Nigga Nation or nothing. I'm out of here. All right.